This is my Bayou Bear.
We're gonna make it Italian style with it on my spices. I'm gonna put oregano and garlic and all like that in there.
Yeah, Tom, you say we ain't even started. We've been yapping, dude. We covered the smoker boxes, gas grilling.
We covered Monument Grills.
Yeah. I buy the ground pork from the butcher and season it as I go. Yeah, I don't go to the butcher. I just don't.
I don't either.
I just don't. They're usually a lot more expensive. I mean, they're better quality most time, but so
Yeah.
I use half a teaspoon of whatever spices per pound of sausage. Works fine. Okay. I just wing it. I do have a buddy who is in Atlanta, and you gonna smash them?
Yeah, I'm making it pretty flat already, but you can put your smasher under if you want.
Well, you didn't let me grease it, Rusty. Damn kids.
This should produce enough fat.
Move that one over. Bacon grease.
Wow.
You two at a time. Because once we smash them. I lost track of what I was thinking. Do that. I do that. Let's see. So
We got to turn the camera.
these will cook pretty quick, so
Right. Make it into that.
Mike, at the house before I came down here tonight, I made a smoked meatloaf on my pit boss. And then my wife said, "Why you got to smoke everything? I don't want smoke all the time. Every time you cook, it's always on your smoker, blah, blah, blah." So I had to make a meatloaf in the oven, too, for her. So I made 2 meatloaves. And I made mashed potatoes and fried zucchini. So.
Wow. That sounds good. Love fried zucchini.
I tasted them both before I come down here. The smoked meatloaf was definitely better. But my wife would disagree.
So what I was saying was my buddy in Atlanta who had a seasoning business, and he sold it. I've still got some of his sausage and burger seasoning from like way back 10 years ago, still sealed, that I've never used. I really liked it. I'm going to have to look. He started his business back up, but I don't know.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He got the provisional ran out or whatever, so he's able to start doing it again. So I have to see, like, if he minds if I start doing stuff like videos or something for him. At no, not at a cost, but just because I like the guy. But I was looking for. Yep, need to get that up a little bit hotter. But let's pack a little bit more smoking bears. Be good.
Let's see. You're running 3 cameras tonight?
I'm trying. So, I don't know if anybody watched today, but I did post my Wagner Wednesday, Wagner Wear Wednesday video. So I'm trying to, again, tonight. and I've got this camera for the show, camera here to get this view, and then I got another camera over here that I'm going to try to get this view. Because what I saw when I was editing the video for today was it looked like an old VHS tape. It looked like an old camcorder. I don't know why it was so grainy and so I don't know if it was the phone that I was using or if it's a setting. So I'm trying 2 other options to see which one works better. And seeing how we're doing 2 styles of cooks, I could get 2 videos.
There you go.
2 little short. I mean, I think the one today was like 3 minutes. It was just a boom, boom. I did the cut out all the stuff, and it was just a cook, and then came back and added music all the way through it and turned it down, and then went back and did voiceover of what we're doing. And I mean, it worked. It was that's all right.
I've been at work all day, and I came home and started cooking. So
yeah, so it turned out okay, I think.
I was up on top of a target, 40 foot high, changing out cameras at 5 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
But yeah. So anyway, when I was talking about this pork burger, I think we talked about it last week.
Mm-hmm.
The pork producers of Ohio. So I was at the Shelby County Fair. James probably knows. This is back in the late 80s, early 90s that I remember. And you come out of the hog barns, and as you were making your way over to the craft barns, they had the Pork Producers of America was there. And the only thing I remember was they had the pork sandwiches. And it was they would butcher hogs, and it was whole hog sausage.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember these sausages just being amazing. And I couldn't remember what all was on it or what kind of toppings you could get on it. But the only thing I remember was a bun, a sausage patty or 2, and then cheese. And it was the fake cheese that you open up. So when I watched Chud's Barbecue, he did a pork burger, and I was like, ooh, this memory came to me, and I was like, I haven't done this in ages. And I don't think that I've ever made from my own burger. I know I've not videoed it. I've made the sandwich when I was testing seasoning for sausage. I was trying to get into sausage making. And anyway, so we used to do it like frozen sausage patties and toast the bread in the toaster, throw these sausage patties in the microwave, put cheese on it, or mayo, and gone. But this was something I was like creating minutes. So, are y'all hearing all that feedback on the mic, speaking microphone? You think like Airbnb. You don't know what's wrong. There you go, Mike. You hear the sizzle?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good sizzle.
Oh yeah, Tom. I think I'm going to, man, because I really like. I've got this image in my head of a sandwich, a double patty. Sounds awesome. Ugh. So I was talking with a fellow this morning. He was telling me he was at Food Line and got a keto bread that he really liked, and it's a keto Hawaiian bread. I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it in Food Line. I've seen it in Walmart.
I think I seen it at Walmart, but I was like, look, keto Hawaiian bread.
Is it Lewis?
I don't know what it was. He didn't remember.
Oh.
So those King's Hawaiian rolls are my son's favorite roll. And whenever he was a senior in high school, the band had their trip was to Hawaii. And he was in Hawaii, and he sent me and my wife pictures back of him in Hawaii holding King's Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah, right on top, please. Yeah, we got Darren. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Well, that first one didn't quite smash out enough. But it didn't miss it by much.
No, those look pretty decent, Mike. I'm digging those. Let's put you up big.
All right. I mean, those are, I'll take that.
Where'd he go?
Oh,
Where'd you go?
that's right, here.
Nope, that's not it.
You got to be smarter than the equipment you're working with.
Yeah, no. There you go. There we go.
See that? I'll take that. That's not bad for getting it smashed out.
No, that was pretty good.
Yeah. It was an experiment because I usually use the smaller ones.
No, Honey Badger, I'm just streaming to YouTube right now on StreamYard. But I wanted 2 different angles and to try to make a better video, maybe. And I also wanted to see if it's the video quality's better between one of these two versus the phone that I had last week. So
this one worked better. This one worked better than that one.
Ooh, that looks good.
But the tortilla is not quite as big either. When you can get the tortillas to be different sizes and thing, you've got they didn't stamp them out. They did them up right because that's the way it's going to be in real life.
Right.
All right, that'll work. I need cheese.
A little warm.
A little warm. Toast up the buns. And then we'll get ready to use the gloves.
Video.
Yeah. Well, you got clean hands. So, what culinary other than your meatloaf did you get into, Rusty?
Today was just the meatloaves. Last night was hot dogs out there on my gas grill.
Yeah.
And that's it. Everything else has just been whatever they can find inside the cabinets and in the pantry.
Okay. Did you want to tortilla or I flip it right? Okay. Let me move my toast here. These are smash, or we're gonna smash with the. You got to smash it first, right? We're smashing them. Doing tortilla.
We don't need to.
Okay.
And actually, I'll probably go ahead and use the butter anyway instead of tortilla. Make a burger.
Really?
I swore I was going to grate my own cheese tonight, but I've been gone most of the day.
Tortilla.
So I'm going with Sargento. El Sargento.
That's fine. They're easier to eat than the tortillas.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
This weekend, I leave Saturday going to Helen, Georgia.
Helen.
Yep.
Isn't that where the city's like Christmasville or something?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, my wife wants to go there.
I love going to Helen. I've been going there for 40 years or more because I used to go trout fishing up there. The Chattahoochee River runs right through the middle of town.
Speaking of fishing, I've been fishing 3 times in the last week. And I caught 1 black crappie, and that was it.
Huh.
So Honey Badger's trying to figure out how to stream to multiple platforms while he's live.
Whenever I was setting up StreamYard at my house, I could stream to Facebook and YouTube at the same time, but it had to be the paid version.
Right.
Otherwise, you go in there and you had to select which one.
Right.
Yeah, and I had tried it, but I didn't have the paid version. But somehow, Mike, now I'm under your account.
Right, because I've got the paid version.
I might be able to stream to like Facebook.
Yeah, I might. When I set it up, yeah, you can stream it to Facebook.
So yeah, I thought about trying that, but I just haven't thought about it at the right time. If that makes sense.
Now I got to crisp up these tortillas a little bit. That's the knack of this right there. Getting them to crisp up just a little bit. Or if you want a lot, crisp up just a lot.
Did you want pickles or anything? I didn't get pickles.
Don't worry about it then.
They're in there. I can go get them.
No.
And I got enough meat for one more.
Yep.
Third pound on them. And I'm amazed. This is good sausage. This is good pork. It's not shrinking much.
You want to smash?
Might as well.
Okay.
Shrinkage on this pork is really, really nice. It did not get in the pool. There's not much shrinkage. I like this.
That's good. You can put your lid down and make that your steamer, right?
Yeah, sure can. But I'm trying to get those the tortilla to crisp up some right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that just yet. But when I'm ready to finish melting the cheese, then I'll do that. But I think this is about as crisp as I want it right there. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Oh yeah, I can put it down now and I'll melt that cheese the rest of the way. And this is the Ninja Sizzle. It's electric. And I'm here to tell you, I use this thing all the time. It's right on the stove top. Matter of fact, I'm going to take this to Helen with me. You know, it's not a real big surface, but, you know, it'll do the job.
Kind of like the Blackstone, the E-Series I got.
Yes.
I found that I don't use it that often. I thought, well, we'll use it when we go on vacation or whatever. Now, I took it when we went on vacation and I never used it.
Oh, wow.
You said you want a bun?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
So, Maddie and Kiki has a phone for each. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I've watched their show a couple times, but I'm not. I'm not into the streaming on all 4 platforms. I don't know. I'm not that big, and I probably won't be that big. Facebook's probably the only other platform that I would stream to because I don't have TikTok anymore. And Instagram, I'm starting to do more stuff. I actually posted a reel, but it was for Chef's Temp, so
I haven't been on Instagram in ages.
Let me get a little Kewpie mayo.
Kewpie,
Yeah,
brother, you're in the South. That's supposed to be Duke's.
I know, but this is special.
And hurry before they change the recipe whenever they move it up north.
Yeah, well, they're.
I had it. The reason I'm using the Kewpie is because I can squirt it like that. I don't have a squirt bottle to use.
When they got bought out, I thought they opened distribution now. Like that they're farther north now. Maybe not.
I have no idea. I just know another company bought them, and during the finalizing, one of the requirements of the sale was they had to promise that they would not change and touch the recipe. And they told Dukes that, look, it's going to be our stuff. If we want to change something, we will. And we cannot agree to that.
Yep.
And
then
so
I wouldn't have sold it. I'd been like, nope. But
You got to leave that put.
yeah.
Why you want to mess with perfection?
So James was saying he was thinking about streaming to X or Rumble. I don't know. I've heard of Rumble, but I've never looked into it.
Rumble. I don't know what Rumble is.
It's kind of like, what's it, Twitch? I know my daughter's boyfriend, he streams to Twitch, but he's doing video gaming. I just don't know that cooking's that big on other platforms. I mean, Instagram, I see it, but I'm not on other platforms to. You want them topped?
That'd be fun.
You want it steamed?
Sure.
Get in there. Ooh, that's a long one.
Yeah, a little bit
That's all right. That's all right. Little bitty. Whoa, those look good.
Yeah, I agree.
Rumble's good. Lots of homesteads on it. Has more freedom of expression that's not on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I don't. There was. You remember the fella, Serious Keto?
Yeah, Steve.
Keto Serious. He was talking about getting on Rumble, and that's the only way I know about it. But I'm not ready for all that, I don't think. I mean, I guess if I want to be big time, I need to be, right? Right, Rusty?
Probably.
Here we go. Ooh, caught it.
I think I'm gonna leave it uncut for the thumbnail.
You want mayo? You want Dukes?
Yeah.
Oh, came off the bun. That's pretty tasty. But while this is going, hand me about 4 paper towels. And I have the water bottle here. I'll just go ahead and clean the griddle. sir. We can show how easy it is to clean the grill. Simple.
Hey, opening day tomorrow.
It's what?
Opening day.
Oh, yeah, my one cousin was talking about the Reds, and I was like, I have no idea.
Opening day for what?
Baseball.
Oh, I thought you were talking about hunting season.
Technically, it's already open because the Cubs and the Dodgers played in Japan for 2 games.
But they're ahead of time, right?
Yeah, so but they came back and played more preseason games. So I'm saying it ain't started yet.
Right. Well, look at how clean that is. That's like a Blackstone that's been used for, you know what I mean? And this is like 3rd cook, 4th cook.
Put some food glue on here.
Only baseball I'll watch is the Savannah Bananas with Banana Ball.
Is that the group that does all the dancing?
Yeah, there's a whole league now. There's a whole bunch of teams, and that's what they do. They dance and put on shows at their games.
Okay.
They're doing that to try and get people interested in baseball.
Well, that makes sense, yeah.
And it works.
Yes, it does. Tickets are sold out. They're so hard to get.
Well, that makes sense. I get it. Because, like, when you go to a baseball game, it gets kind of boring. And then if you don't know you don't follow it, you don't know what's going on.
Right.
Like they'll do in one play, like you're throwing from infielder throws to first to get a guy out on a ground ball. He'll go behind his back with the ball and then come out throwing the first. And then and first baseman might catch the ball and then go around his back with the ball. Or you may have a double trick where they do a double play and each one of the infielders turns it doing a trick with the ball.
So it's the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Exactly.
That's a good way of putting it.
Outfielders will go to catch the ball, and they see they catch it. They'll jump and do a backwards flip, catch the ball in the air, and then land on their feet.
Okay.
But they've got one guy. Most of them do that, but they've got this one guy. He does the backflip as he's catching the ball.
Yeah.
In the middle of his backflip, he catches the ball. And I'm like, whoa, dude, that's incredible.
Seen that guy that has them 10-foot tall stilts?
Yes. I saw an interview with him. They were wanting him to come and join the team and all and play. And he said, they asked me, said, have you played baseball? Do you know how to play? He goes, yeah, sure. He said, I've never played baseball in my life. So he said, I just went out there and learned it as fast as possible.
YouTuber mistake. The camera that I had over here
Yeah.
that was giving me this view
Uh-huh.
on, but I didn't hit record.
Oh, man. I hate it when I do that.
So fortunately, the one in front of me did, so I've got a good view of this. So should be okay. I'm gonna wipe that off.
How you like that plate?
Oh, hey, that looks nice.
Yeah. It's basically a camping plate, one of those enameled plates.
Yeah. I've got a few of those. Back when I was a young tyke living on my own, that was the plate that I used every meal.
Oh, yeah, they're durable.
And it would kind of upset my buddy that I was living with because I would get up and I would make my chef boyardee or ramen or whatever I was making. I'd put it on that plate because, one, that plate was super easy to clean.
Yep.
And it would hold the heat so I could wash the pot or the pan right after I pulled everything out of it, put it in the strainer, Then I would sit down to go eat, come back, wash the plate in the silverware real quick,
You're done with dishes.
and then I'm done with dishes. Well, my buddy that I was living with at the time, he would wait until the cabinets were completely empty before he would do dishes. And it got to me, and I was like, I can't do that. So I started doing it this way, and he came to me one day. He said, "Man, we got to do dishes." I said, "What do you mean we?" He said, we're out of dishes. They're all dirty." "No, sir. Look in the strainer and in the drainer." And he was like, "Oh." So he ended up hiring his nephews to come and do it.
Oh man.
I didn't care. I mean, I had done mine, so.
That's low that you got to hire somebody to wash your dishes. All right. Well, let this one cook up. Let me go get Paige, see if she'll do a taste test.
Let me do a quick thumbnail. See, I mean, it's hard to do a thumbnail for this. Where's my thumbnail thingy? Thumbnail. Scotty, what's going on? Wagner Wednesday. Rookie mistake. I do, man. But I'll own it, man. I'll own the mistakes. I was trying to talk to a fellow today who I found out he does something with like TV, like production. Hey, I need help with lighting. It's like, yeah, I don't do lighting. That's terrible. I was like, tell me about it, dude.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Oh, is this not over here?
That's yours over there.
Oh,
Is that Miss Page?
it is. Let me come over and say hi.
Let me back out so we can see you. There she is.
Hi. Yum. This smells so good. Where's my fork?
You don't need a fork. That's finger.
I'm gonna pick it up. Oh, I see. My
That's finger food.
Exactly.
Mmm.
I love it.
Mmm.
I love it. I love it.
Nice.
They're delicious.
Your eyes are really big, so I know it's good. Nice.
There you are.
So what is it?
It is a
Gotta know.
smashed pork hamburger
Smashed?
done in the shape of where you do it on a taco shell or fajita shell,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
You make it into like a fajita.
Mm-mm.
Miss Page, that's possum and raccoon patties.
But we're gonna call it pork.
Well,
Okay.
hey,
No, you know what?
she knows that I might eat that. She knows.
I don't care because it's so good. I don't care what it is.
Pulled off roadside diner. So Tom says his dishwasher stopped working after the weekend. I don't think she's coming back.
Hey, Darian.
So you're kidnapping the Uber patients. What are they Uber?